A special thing today, Petty brothers, Mark Petty, Timmy Petty, Richie Petty. We're at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. We just done a big deal with Richard and Kyle with the hat. We're pretty excited. But the best thing is come up here and see the Chief.
Yeah.
It's kind of emotional.
Well, Winston and all the folks here did such a great job on that hat. So many pictures captured. If everybody get over here to the Hall of Fame and take a look at the hats down in the gear shop. It's been a very special day for us.
And the whole, this whole place is it's overwhelming for me. And you need to, if you're a race fan and you love history, you need to get down here and see this. This is some neat stuff.
Yeah, if you have not visited, you make sure you do, because the last time we was here, they didn't have these little TV sets in here, and we've spent most of the day just enjoying all the accolades and whatnot.
Well, not just our family, but all in NASCAR.
Yeah, this is our family.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody in here is our family.
Yeah, and
But these, you pick up these phones and to hear my daddy's voice again.
oh, it's touching. It's like he's here with us.
We were going to listen to Lee. He's on
Oh,
that.
I did. I was
Seriously, boy, we better get home and get back to work.
I didn't get that emotional with Grandpa.
Well,
I was
but
afraid he's going to get on to me.
He's commentating on it. So, yeah, it's really special to us. And, again, can't say enough about Winston and his whole crew up here at the Hall of Fame. Always look after us. So.
Yeah, and the whole family was here today. It's just been nice.
So we're going to walk around. We're going to look at some different stuff. Include you in here. It might just be us walking around and showing some pictures, but appreciate you.
Like and subscribe.
We got Winston Kelly with us. And this is the guy that gets a lot of credit for everything you see around the Hall of Fame here. This is outstanding. I love it here. And this guy here gets a lot of credit. We appreciate all you do for our family.
Well, we appreciate y'all. You know, like I said earlier today, there's no family that's meant any more to us. And to me personally, you know, I try to be objective with what's here. But I grew up a Petty fan. Not a Richard Petty fan, but a Petty Enterprise fan. Your dad and your mom were two of my favorite people. And the team makes this happen. But you know, what y'all have done for us, y'all, if the Petty family hadn't validated us, we wouldn't be here. We needed that validation, and to get the support that we have and to have the family in the Hall of Fame means the world to us.
Well, there's a lot of good memories here in the Hall of Fame, and you can see a lot of good stuff. But one of my favorite memories is looking back when Dad got called. And Mom was...
She freaked out.
Richard leaned down and giving Dad a kiss on top of the head when he got in. Just, man.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting in front of him because I didn't know he was getting in, but I knew he got talked about enough. And I made sure I sat right in front of him so I could kind of look over my shoulder and look at your mom. I was more interested in seeing your mom's reaction
Yeah.
because I knew your dad was going to be stoic.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I told you earlier, of the memorable moments here, there's a small handful that I'll never forget. When your dad is leaving that night after he was announced, and I shook his hand and bent over to hug him, and he said, "I love you, man."
He meant
That
it.
meant that. And Chief didn't say things like that often. I know that, and I know y'all know
Oh, yeah.
that.
He meant it.
It's like that hit me like a ton of
Yep.
bricks because having grown up, and I love that 40 Super. I mean, that was what my go-kart was
Right,
painted
right,
like with the
right,
number
right.
on the back and all that. So
I've got a funny story about Winston. So I was tuning for our good friend Brendan Gone, who's a big supporter all these years, and he was in the car. And about every race that you see me, you come up, talk to me, and we just shoot the breeze in front of it. And he got on the radio and said, "How many people's engine tuner is friends with Winston?" And I was like, "I don't know. I never really thought about it."
That's when he worked with MRN. Right?
Yeah, he would come up and we'd always chit chat about something.
there was a small number of people that I always tried to make it a point to go see before the race. And
I just wanted to share that. So.
appreciate that.
Well, when you hear people talk about racing being a family, we ain't lying to you. All these people, like I said, this is all our family, and Winston's a big part of it.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thanks for coming out for this very special moment for us. When Legacy Motor Club asked us if we wanted to be a part of the King's Hat program, like the racetracks, that was an easy yes. The hard part was figuring out how you were going to take all the different photos that represent the family and narrow it down to about 15 to 18 different pictures. It was an easy yes because there are a small number of people and families that are why we're here and that have supported us since the inception of the Hall. And I can say unequivocally, there is no family that's been more helpful to us than the Petty family. And I'll tell two quick stories that are why this is important and why what you're going to see is what it is and the pictures that are there. So I don't know if you remember this, Kyle or Richard, but I remember the very first time I ever had a conversation with Richard about the Hall of Fame. It was in Miami in 2006. We were in the back of the hall. And Richard said, unprompted, he said, "I want you to do me a favor." He hadn't said that very much to me, so he had my attention. And I knew the answer was yes, I just didn't know what was coming. He said, "I want you to be sure that you tell the Petty Enterprises story there, not the Richard Petty story. Wherever you think I fit into that's fine. This was not about Richard Petty. This was about Petty Enterprises in the family." And there's a lot of things that we've done that I didn't pay attention. I think I won't ever listen to you, but I did pay attention. The other thing was when we were designing Glory Road, which is the iconic exhibit as you come in, and I was talking to him about what car he might want on there because there were so many to choose from. And I said, keep in mind, when we open, I'll probably need two. Why do you need two? Well, I got to assume that you're going to be inducted in the first class and in our Hall of Honor, so we'd have one on Glory Road and one up in the Hall of Honor. And he immediately changed the story to how he thought we should induct people and advocating for Lee going in the first class and the founders. And if anybody wants to know why he didn't get in unanimously, he was working against himself. The night before the first vote, he said, "I still think you ought to do it chronologically, and Lee ought to be in the first class." And I told him, they wouldn't burn your house down if you could get in the first class. They might burn mine down. But he was steadfast in that. But when I went back and asked him which car he would want on Glory Road, he said, "You know what's in our accumulation." We also find out he didn't have a collection, he's got an accumulation. He said, "You know what's in our accumulation. You just tell us what you want and you can have it." So it's that kind of support that we've gotten, not just from Richard, but from the rest of the family. And it means so much to have Maurice's family here, as well as Dale and who's been a big part of that. So with that as a backdrop, we're going to get these folks to unveil the hat, and I'm going to get out of your way, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's on the hat.